The soft afternoon warmth held me in its embrace, but my mind could not endure the weight of its modest grace. It brought all the things I hunger to hear, but kept it muffled from my eager ears. It kept all the things I wanted to say, waiting on my lips. My arms felt useless as they longed to be around her hips. My eyes became cloudy, and the path ahead became blurred. The bitterness of solitude coated my tongue, and words deferred. The soft afternoon warmth held me in its embrace. It kept all the smiles I wanted to give waiting on my face. For she whom I wanted to tell was not beside me, on these days that I walk alone, and whose embrace I cannot flee. Love and I abandoned each other, gone our separate ways, which left me adrift into lonesome nights and wandering days. In retrospect, love, it seemed, had grabbed me by the neck and violently shook me up until I became a wreck. It swung me high, then around and around, then tossed me up and watched me fall to the ground, as if it was there to teach me lessons of life and love unfound. And so each night I lay in bed and let my thoughts wander. My mind delights itself in the memories of love that was squandered. The depth of our kisses, the fire of our bodies that melted as one, as my soul yielded to her without conditions, barring none. But life and love comes to us at the right time, you see. It seemed that the universe and the higher realm had agreed that we were never good enough to last forever, to stay, that everything comes to an end at some point in time one day. And so I took a deep breath and opened the door. I see my other side waiting for me on the floor. Despite ignoring it through the entirety of life's highway, I guess I should have known that we will have to meet up someday. As the universe and the higher realm would say, that we were never made good enough to last forever. To stay at some point along the way, God lets go of our hands, for the universe has fulfilled its promise of leading us through the land. Now I am adrift into lonesome nights and wandering days. As love and I abandoned each other, gone our separate ways. And so for now, I shall let go and trust the love. For only God holds the secrets of what comes to us from above. You would not distinguish me unless your journey in my sway, if your thoughts do not connect you in some magical way with the ancient worlds, their divine atmosphere and traces, bonded with previous incarnations from those times and places. You would not appreciate me unless you amble in my byways, and everything said in silence was hiding behind its display. When memory opens the gate to your longing, and only reminiscences let you have access to your belongings, you dissect yourself into your heart, body and soul, and your mind is left to wander from pole to pole. You would not believe me if you claimed to know, but you haven't walked through love's splendid fiery show, tempered by its perfect solitude and drowned by its swell. If you haven't felt a love that leads you into the depths of hell and to lift you through the clouds of heaven at the same time, if your breath did not fail you in her lingering kiss and mine, you would not understand me. If you believe that an unskilled thought never arose in your mind, and that those thoughts never converted to speech and wine, for it took me 1,000 imperfect years to get here, a short rest on the way, and off to the next 1,000 years.